Hello guys and welcome back to Combat Corner. My name is Kobe.
My name's Jackson.
And we're back. It's been a while.
It has.
It's been like
a week and
a bit.
Wow.
That feels like a while because we're so used to like
doing two a week, yeah.
You might notice that we're a little bit more like far away now. It actually looks like you're closer.
We just
I
needed
look like I've got a tiny head.
we needed to distance ourselves from our massive following.
I'm actually going to point it a little bit that way because that's good. Now I can like see.
I'm glad you can see.
Cheers, bro. Well, I'm doing the editing and stuff, so there we go. Can you see the TV? We should have done this before.
Yeah, I can see the TV.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Can you guys see the TV?
Guys.
They can't see the TV.
We had a pretty good reaction to my solo show as well. 12 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's top notch.
Thank you.
Yeah, well.
I don't know why. I'm guessing people just saw, solo show. I'll probably actually check it out because it's different just to like see how it went. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I feel like I'm not looking at you properly.
Who knows? Look, I'm not going to take anything from it because...
well, I'm not trying to like say anything.
If that's what the people want, then I'll take a hint and I'll get out of here.
Move to Australia.
Yeah, I'll move to Australia. That's what I'll do in retaliation.
Honestly, if these guys are going to be like that, I'd just move to Australia.
Yeah. Today we are reacting to the most recent UFC card, UFC Saudi Arabia.
Saudi.
Perth. Robert Whittaker versus what's his name again?
Aliskerov.
Aliskerov.
Bobby Knuckles proving that he is the Don yet again. Completely went against my prediction. It was the opposite of my prediction.
Did you think Aliskerov was going to win?
No. I thought if Aliskerov was going to win, it would have been by an early TKO. And if Whittaker was going to win, it would be by decision. And I thought Whittaker was going to win. So I didn't do too well, in all honesty, on this card. Anyway, guys.
We have a drink.
We have a drink to review.
Kombucha. No sugar. Mango Passion. Organic by Remedy. Established 2012.
7.
Just 7 calories.
7.
Delicately brewed for 30 days. It's handcrafted in Melbourne.
Nice. That's good.
I
wanted to say something.
Sure.
I got these in Australia.
That's nice.
So maybe it is the pub.
No, it's
Jackson's
a brewery.
The brewery. Maybe it is. Oh, maybe not. That wouldn't make sense.
No.
We're getting off topic. Sorry, I've been a bit useless so far this show. Let's get into the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Combat Corner.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Bit frothy on your side there.
A little bit. I might have given it a shake.
Oh, did you?
No, I didn't.
Then why would you say that?
I don't know. I might have. I didn't.
That's a good point.
I always think kombucha tastes a little bit like vinegar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got like that weird taste.
Like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in there. Because that's supposed to be good for your gut health, isn't it? Apple cider vinegar.
It is. I don't think it would have it in here.
This is supposed to be good for your gut health. Why don't you look it up?
There's no apple cider vinegar in here. I wonder what tastes like vinegar though, because it's probably the process of what they do.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes it. It's probably something similar. I don't know how they make vinegar, but we can always look it up. How is vinegar made?
It's an odd taste, but
it's not bad.
I find it's like a bit of an acquired taste, the old kombucha. Like at first you're like, ugh, it's a bit tangy. But then you get used to it and you're like,
it's not bad.
This ain't bad. And 2, it's like, it's pretty good for me. Drink, a couple of these
There's not that much sugar in it?
Yeah, it's like nice carbonated drink.
So it is due to the conversion of alcohol by bacteria from the production of organic acids during the conversion. So, yeah, interesting. Similar way that they're made, I'm guessing, to get it.
It's something for you guys at home.
It's just something for you guys. Let's get into the UFC card because it was actually a pretty good one. It was actually a really good one. Some big fights.
A lot of knockouts.
A lot of noise leading into this fight week. It was supposed to obviously be Robert Whittaker against Khamzat Chimaev, the man who just simply can't make it to a fight anymore.
Yeah, it's not Flash.
Not Flash. The man who fought, 4 times in 3 weeks or some bullshit? It was a little bit longer than that. 3 times in 4 weeks, maybe. Has now fought like 4 times in 4 years or 5 years. 4 years, I think. So, really not living up to that hype that everyone had for him.
The shine has definitely been removed from the shoe.
Well, yeah, it's been worn,
It's been worn. There's creases on the shoe now.
There is. And,
We've lost the polish. We don't know how to get the shine back.
No.
But we do want it back.
We would love it back. We're not going to buy new shoes anytime soon.
Well, that's the thing. That's what got me thinking about it. It's like, thinking about it, it would make more sense to buy new shoes.
This guy would have been the new shoes, but...
That's true.
Too expensive, apparently. It's hard to recreate
size.
what he made. The wrong size. Didn't fit. It's hard to recreate what Khamzat made in terms of aura back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No one else has wanted to kill everybody.
Kill everybody!
Yeah.
Smash! It's kind of hard to reach down to that.
Huh. It looks less aesthetic.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, up here. Fine. Fucking hell, mate. So, Ikram obviously couldn't get it done. The shoe didn't fit. As they often say in this game, the shoe didn't fit. The term that
Rob
we
just
coined.
really showing his experience, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's one thing I heard him say in that little ESPN monologue he had after the fight, was that he kind of freeballed it a little bit. He watched a fair bit of tape on Ikram, but at the same time, when you've only got, like a week and a half to prepare, it kind of limits what you can do with your camp. I mean, you're already in the closing stages of camp and you're kind of trying to maybe dial in a couple of things, but at the front of your mind is the weight cut and actually getting your head into the right space to get into the octagon and put on a performance. And yeah, what he said was he really had to lean on his experience, and he was prepared to go in there and have a 5-round slugfest. And
it did show that he was the more experienced man, for sure. Ikram just didn't have it in the striking. Just didn't have it, and kind of surprised he was trying to strike with him, really. Maybe he should have tried to just push him up against the fence. And
Rob does have a really... It's a different strategy of managing distance, but
imagining distance.
The way that he kind of...
oh.
He kind of just splurges in with a whole lot of strikes, and then he explodes.
He's an explosive fighter, yeah.
So
he's
it
a
would
blitzer.
it would be hard to kind of grab a hold of a leg and get the start of a takedown sequence going. But
it definitely wouldn't be easy.
It would have been the better game plan.
I think maybe he was a bit too confident as well going into it, Ikram, and you should be confident, obviously. But
it's 15-1.
Yeah, 15-1.
And your only loss coming to Khamzat Chimaev.
But Whittaker, even Aliskerov saying, Whittaker's the type of guy you prepare your whole career to fight, not just a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Who said that, sorry?
Aliskerov.
Right.
So, and that was completely true. If he, maybe at some point in his career, he can beat a guy like Whittaker, but right now he's just not experienced enough. Whittaker's still young. Whittaker's only 33. Mm-hmm. Whittaker's been there, done that. He's been champ. He's challenged for belts.
He's calling himself the best middleweight, which I think it's a bit it's yet to be proven.
I mean, it's hard to put a pin in the best middleweight right now,
That's true.
I mean, the Strickland versus Duplessis fight was so close. Now Duplessis is obviously fighting Adesanya, so if, we don't know what's going to happen there. If Izzy wins, is he the best? He got beat by Sean. What if Whittaker goes and fights Sean and beats? It's very up and down, very evenly matched at the top of the division.
But I think the good thing that has come out of this, we were talking about, if Khamzat beat Robert Whittaker, then that would probably mean he would just leapfrog right over Sean Strickland and be next to fight for the belt. That's Khamzat I'm talking about. But now, I don't think Rob is in a position where he goes from fighting this unranked guy in Ikram to fighting straight for a belt. You know what I mean? I know he's going to be back up on
I think he should fight Sean Strickland next.
Yeah, I think
on that Perth card.
It's hard to make that match just because Sean does deserve a rematch at the belt.
He does, but the belt's getting fought for, and then it's going to be a while after that before the next next fight is going to happen.
The other week.
Yeah, I know, But I think these guys should both stay busy. Like, Whittaker took no damage. I don't think Sean took that much damage. That would really iron out a clear number one contender, because now we've got two. Really, we do. Because, like, Whittaker lost to DDP. He came back and beat Costa convincingly. Just absolutely dominated Ikram. Didn't have to take this last minute change. He did. Risked it all and proved that he's still the cheddar. I think we should see Whittaker versus Sean. I really want to see that fight.
I also want to see that fight, but I think
they'll try and make it.
Yeah, they'd be silly not to. I mean, the other guy you've got sitting there at the moment though is Jared Cannonier, who just fought as well and had a.
He lost.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry.
Imamov.
Yeah, Imamov. Sorry. Who had a fairly decent win over Cannonier.
Although rather, what's the word? Dubious, the stoppage. I think they should run it back, man. I really think they should run it back. Not as a main event, maybe a 3-round co-main or something on a fight night card. Like, I don't think we should need to see this again as a main event.
Look how close they are in the rankings. That would be a perfect number one contenders match.
Cannonier and Imamov.
No. Whittaker versus Imamov.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's the other option, yeah. Right.
I'm just looking out for my boy's best interest.
For Sean, because you don't think he can beat Whittaker.
No, that's not what I think. I just think that
I don't think he can beat Whittaker.
I think that fight would be huge as a championship fight. And
that's true.
Let's be honest, Sean's going to go in there and whoop either DDP or Izzy, depending on who.
Do you think so? I reckon Whittaker has another title win in him. That's going to be my hot take of 2021.
2021?
Yeah.
Cool.
I said it back then. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
No. My hot take of 2024 is that in 2025, Robert Whittaker is going to be the champ of middleweight again. That's just my take. I'd love that to happen. He's a G. The only problem with Whittaker is he's got no chin.
That'll work for me, because I'd probably be able to go see that.
Oh yeah, true. That's a good point.
Huh?
I'm actually coming to Australia in late November.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What date?
Probably not planned yet, but late November. Last 2 weeks probably of November. But I'm not. Yeah. No books, no flights booked or leave booked. But it's gonna happen.
You and the Wah, or just you on your own?
Yeah, me and the Wah.
Nice.
We're going to see Maddie and Emma. Not you and
cool.
Jacob, but I'll probably see you once, but I'll spend most of the time with probably Emma.
Shout out.
And Brody.
Yeah. Took me everything. Took me everything.
To do what? I don't know what you're trying to say. Type it to me.
Huh?
No, I don't. Let's just leave that.
Right.
Shorts generator. Can you generate a short? You know what actually did that? Remember last time when we were like, shorts generator, do a short for us? It did. And it did like a perfect short of that thing that we asked it to do.
It's called Opus Clips, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a short Opus Clips of us talking about Opus Clips so we can shout out Opus Clips?
Just clip this right
Instagram.
now.
Yeah.
What you need, guys, is opus.clip. That's the... Have you seen that ad? That you might not have. Well, you might have. It pops up because I'm always signing into Opus. It like, some guy's like, this is the only tool you need. It like points at Opus. He like knocks the microphone out of the way. This is the only tool you need for podcasting.
We could do that for you, Opus.
Opus.
We'd do the ads for free for the first 6 months.
Actually, Opus, if you're really good at being an AI, clip what we're saying and send it to your CEO and tell him that we want some branding deal or some shit. We are great people. Promise you. Thanks, Opus. Send it to the CEO. And if you don't, you've got to do something to make us know that you're listening.
Right. So for Ikram,
let's talk to the people again.
Let's talk Ikram.
Ikram loses nothing. In all honesty, the guy got knocked out cold, but he took this very last minute against like perennial number one contender, Robert Whittaker. He isn't ranked. I mean, chuck him in there. Give him a favorable matchup in the top 15. Brendan Allen. I think he deserves it after saving this main event, really.
Yeah.
He was like a sacrificial lamb, essentially.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Give him Brendan Allen. I want it in October when they come back to Saudi or wherever they go, one of the Arab countries, because they like to put these guys in their home area.
Well, it brings a lot of people in, and those people bring a lot of money in, so it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Like he does, because who was he going to fight before that?
He was supposed to fight
He was supposed to
Caio
fight-
Baralho,
Right. Yeah.
but he dropped out. And then he was supposed to fight the guy who, Caio
Line that up.
lined that up. Something, guys, comes up at number 11. Fucking hell. I don't know what Kamzat needs to do. Honestly,
He needs to fight.
he needs to fight, but who? Like, I don't want to give him these top guys because he keeps ruining main events. I'm like, bro, to go back to a 3-round co-main event on a pay-per-view or something, but no more main events for Hamzat.
I want to see, Hamzat in a pay-per-view versus Brendan Allen or Marvin Vittori.
Yeah, not
A
one of
little
these
bit down the
top
order.
level guys.
Yeah. A little bit down the order, something that doesn't line up a title.
It's just that
shot.
he keeps getting sick, man, and it does suck because health is
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth, and he's obviously not very wealthy with his health.
He's poor.
He's poor.
He's poverty.
So look, Hamzat, we wishing you the best. It would be great to see you come back and get some of that aura
He's getting
back.
meal stamps.
He is. I think he just trains too hard. Like he far overtrains, and then he gets sick because he's overtraining. Like pushing himself far too hard. That's what a lot
when
of
he gets
people
it
say.
right, he will be a god beater.
Yeah, if he can find that balance, sure. Can he find that balance?
Shall we move on?
Let's move on. How old is Hamzat?
I would say 30.
Yeah.
There you go, guys.
He's getting on a bit,
There you go.
Will we ever see him as champ? Who knows? Alexander Volkov absolutely schooling Pavlovich. Pavlovich has lost all of his aura now. That's like the new hot word that everyone seems to be using.
Yeah.
Like aura. Pavlovich has no aura anymore. He sulked after getting schooled by Volkov.
Yeah, he pushed him after
Yeah,
the
he
fight.
pushed him. Apparently they used to be mates. They trained together. They helped each other prepare for fights, and they were like in the same team. And the dogs at the UFC called both of them, told the other one, told them both the other one had already accepted the fight, and they were like, they told each other they weren't going to fight each other, but the UFC calls them both, says, look, he's already accepted the fight, are you in? And they both are like, oh, if he already accepted it, sure, I'll do
I
it.
did that once at primary school and it backfired on me.
What happened?
There was these two guys who were best friends, and me and some of my buddies decided to tell the other one that the other guy was wanting to fight him after school.
Yeah.
And then we like set up this massive brawl, and then they had a fight, and then the teachers were like trying to figure out how the fight started because it was quite big, and
Right.
then they were like, oh, so and so told me that he wanted to fight me, and then he's like, oh, he told me the same thing, and then it was me.
Fucking. Well, this is what Dana, Hunter
I have
Campbell
the
has
same
done.
tactics as the UFC.
You should get into promoting fights because it seems
Yeah.
to work. The only
Maybe
thing
I
with this
will.
guy is that the matchmakers won't get in trouble. Jackson got detention. Dana's not going to detention after school.
I didn't get detention.
Well, Jackson got
That was
a
a lax school, man.
yeah. Was that Southbrook?
No, that was Big Rock Primary School in
Ah.
Dunedin.
Right, man. You're really getting yourself doxed here.
Oh well.
But Volkov absolutely, yeah. Alexander Volkov absolutely outdid Sergey Pavlovich. Nullified all his weapons, avoided the big shots, did get hit with a couple, but his chin held up. Pavlovich just didn't seem like the same guy. He was aggressive. He was throwing. It's not like he wasn't throwing. Didn't look like he lost his steam after that Tom Aspinall fight either. It just looked like Volkov was so much better than him. And he really used some great tactics, tucking his chin really well, tucking like his whole body, like really.
I mean, you've
made
got
him
to
struggle.
against a guy like Pavlovich, who's
Yeah.
so dangerous on the feet, like
Yeah.
so dangerous.
And Volkov used that jab really well and made Pavlovich look small,
Mm.
like in comparison, because Volkov's obviously 6'7", and this really propels Volkov into a huge fight next.
Big time.
It's got to be a huge fight next. Obviously, he's been beaten by both Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blades, who are the two top dogs at heavyweight. If we ignore John Jones and Stipe,
And Cyril.
which I think we probably should. He's not even in the rankings.
What about
Oh, there
Cyril
he is.
Gahn? Is he booked?
Cyril Gahn's like doing a movie or some shit.
Well, when he gets back,
Yeah, well, Cyril Gahn, have they fought already?
actually, yeah, I feel like they have.
I think they might have, man. I think they might have. But he's really coming into his own, and he's had a few ups and downs in his career. But, man, impressive. This guy can be a real problem. The only issue is that Tom, in their last fight, absolutely outclassed him. So you've got to think that will probably happen again if they were to fight, because Tom's only gotten better. Obviously, he's gotten better too, but he's on a 4-fight win streak since then. 3 finishes, 1 decision
against good guys.
Yeah, against top
Rosenstrike.
He did lose to Cyril Gane,
Tai Tuivasa, and now Sergey Pavlovich.
I think you're right, though.
Decent resume.
It is. It's a really, really good resume. He's currently ranked number 5, but he'll be going up to number 3. I think Cyril Gane is. It's got to be Volkov versus Gane, basically for the number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on how long he wants to wait. Like, the other fight that you could make here is he fights the loser of Aspinall versus Blades.
That's true.
But yeah, it depends how long until Cyril's freed up. But yeah, it is the obvious choice. Like, the other thing with the heavyweight division is there's not a lot of movement. Like, these guys,
not that deep.
Yeah, it's not that deep, and these guys will sit at a pretty similar ranking and maybe swap places every now and then, but it's pretty stagnant.
It is.
And I think when you have something
active.
like that, you are going to run into the problem of having quite a few rematches.
I was just thinking, I bet you they're going to fucking put Almeida against fucking Volkov somehow. They'll just somehow manage to put Almeida in there against Volkov for a number 1 contender fight. No, he won't. I don't know. That's just something I don't want to see, personally. Because I don't personally think he deserves it.
But the other thing, too, is I think Volkov has the tools to deal with Almeida.
So do I. I don't think he'll be able to take Volkov down as easily as he has. And even then,
people. Like, Volkov's shown that he has fairly decent jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Submitting the likes of
Tai
Tuivasa.
With an Ezekiel choke.
Yeah. Tai, no wrestling or jiu-jitsu, Tuivasa. That should be his nickname. Tai, no wrestling or jiu-jitsu, Tuivasa.
Well, Bam Bam kind of implies that.
It does a little bit, yeah. We love Tai, though.
What about Sergey?
Sergey's got to take a pretty big step back.
Maybe him against Almeida.
Yeah, Sergey versus Almeida. A lot more people are going to be willing to fight Sergey now after these 2 losses.
The blueprint's there.
The blueprint's there. You either Tom Aspinall him and just knock him out, or you just keep him at range and don't let him get his boxing going, his combos going.
It's all the first 2 minutes. Like, that's all it is. Making it through those first 2 minutes and kind of getting into a rhythm, and then he's fucked.
The thing is with him is
he's fucked.
He was knocking really good guys out too. He knocked out all the top guys like on his way up,
but that was mostly all within the first 2 minutes.
It was
like he just catches people off guard. He just comes in, guns blazing,
hits them hard,
and just absolutely annihilates people.
I agree though. Almeida's. I think that's a good choice. Should we move down the card? Kevin.
Didn't he miss weight?
He did. I'm not a fan of Kelvin after this fight. This is, I think, the 3rd time he's not been able to make welterweight. When he's not that big. The guy's not that big.
Welterweight?
It was, isn't it?
Right.
It got done up to middleweight because he said he couldn't make weight.
Poor D-Rod.
Yeah, and now D-Rod loses. He did lose as well. It was a comfortable decision by Kelvin. But D-Rod was down to 180 pounds. He'd cut most of the weight. He was getting there. And Kelvin's like to the UFC on Thursday before the fight, I'm not going to be able to make weight. I can't do a catch weight of 180. It's got to be 185. Can't even do a catch weight.
So he couldn't even make 180?
Apparently, no. Apparently it was... So he managed to make 185. The guy's just a lazy, I think unprofessional fighter.
Yeah, he needs to...
Like, if you switch camps or something.
If you have that much of a problem making weight, then just don't walk around so heavy. Like, the guy is a natural welterweight. That's where he should be. Yeah. If he was in shape...
He's not a big guy. He's much smaller than Daniel Rodriguez. Like, it was a notable size difference. Yes, he's a stocky guy, but he's not that tall.
No.
And he looked like shit too. He had a belly, like a full belly. Yeah, Dana White, you can kind of see him in the weight cut there. And you can see them there, like, he doesn't look ripped. He doesn't look like he's like, he should be struggling, you know. I know, but he's come into fights before with a six pack, you know. He's got a belly. He's got hips. He's got thighs here. Hips, sorry. He's got chub.
Love handles.
He's got love. That's the one. It's not like he's
chub.
He's got a bit of chub. And he took him down, and that kind of won him the fight, solidified the fight for him. And you could tell D-Rod was struggling to get back up because he was heavier. It's like this. I'm sick of Kelvin Gessler, man. I used to root for him all the time. I'm done rooting for him. I think we all are. Kelvin came out with another excuse saying, not good enough. Missing weight isn't good enough. I'm not going to let it happen again. It's happened 3 times. You said the same thing each of the last 3 times. So, not good enough. Either go to 185 or start making weight. Stop eating these fucking
top things in
foods.
Google Images there was haircut.
Let's just put this on the screen, lads. Here's Kelvin Gastelum looking pretty.
Kelvin Gastelum haircut. What about Orange County? What is that? What is that? Is that the style of haircut, maybe? There's just Dustin Poirier.
Oh, there's Whittaker.
Orange County haircut.
What's it come up with fucking Kelvin Gastelum?
Just put haircut.
Oh no, it's a place.
Yeah, I knew it was a place, but
But it's not a haircut. It's just a place. So it must be where he's from.
right.
But why does that come up with weird fucking... Why does that come up with weird pictures? Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, there it is. Why does it come up with fucking gay pictures of him?
Orange County Kelvin Gastelum haircut.
What the fuck? I don't know how
Books? What books do they have? Let's
Is there
see.
books?
It just says books.
Oh, let's go to Google Books.
Kelvin Gastelum haircut books.
Oh,
The history of the UFC book 2. Orange County.
I put Orange County at the end. There we go. Should we buy it? Oh, look, there's an orange guy.
Oh god.
Is that the craziest dickhead or whatever his name is?
what?
The guy who ran Africa? No, it's not.
Ran
Never-
Africa.
Oh, it's Paddy Holohan. Look, guys, let's get back on track. Kelvin Gastelum needs to probably, I'd say, just go up to middleweight, bite the bullet. I'm sick of this guy fucking around. I'm sick of it.
How old is he now? Like,
I think he's like 34. He's always talking about, I want to get the belt, I want to get the belt. And it's like,
he's not getting a belt.
you're not getting the belt because you're a dick. I'm actually sick of it.
That's your reason for him not getting
You're
the
a
belt.
fucking dick. He's only 32. Like, he could.
So he's technically in the prime years of his life.
Yeah. D-Rod's 37.
D-Rod's had a rough run of things, dude.
He has, man.
If you go back to 2023, he fought
Machado.
oh,
Two
sorry,
cancelled
before
bouts.
that.
Magny.
Yeah, Li Jing Liang.
He beat him. But I thought Lee won that fight.
Yeah, so did I. But like stepping, because he stepped in that on last night.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Got reshuffled. He's obviously beaten Kevin Lee.
And Preston
Kevin
Parsons.
Preston Parsons. Beating
Sounds
fucking
like a
Preston
vegetable.
Parsons. He sounds fucking weird.
Yeah, look, I
Yeah.
think we need to give
Give D-Rod a bit
D-Rod
of a layup, honestly. Don't cut the guy. D-Rod should be fighting like
he's a staple in
tough.
the
Just give him a
welterweight
layup.
division.
he is at the moment, yeah. Give him a layup, honestly. Give the guy a layup. Give him something to laugh and cry and maybe shit himself about. Just give him something relatively easy, I think. Not in the top 15.
Kelvin's not ranked.
No.
And
So he shouldn't be
needs
fighting
to-
a ranked guy.
Yeah, I want to see him just get demoed by someone. Like,
Well, he did
If
by
that-
Sean Brady.
yeah, but if they, yeah, that's true. If they're like, if he's serious about wanting to go for the belt, give him someone that's also on that wavelength.
Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, give him Gilbert Burns. Give him Leon Edwards. You
Honestly,
know,
I
just-
could see them doing something like Gilbert Burns. Don't you reckon? Leon Edwards,
No.
yeah.
Gilbert's way too far up the order. And Sean Brady
Vincenzo?
and Gary, who are ranked below Gilbert Burns, like you said,
Yeah,
just
true.
beat him. Oh, sorry,
Kevin
not Ian
Holland?
Gary.
Kevin Holland at 170 could be decent.
That could be decent.
He's got a crazy chin though, so we're not going to see him get knocked out, unfortunately.
That could change.
Could change. I want to take a quick intermission because I need a piss.
Okay. It has, mate. It has. It's annoying. I was going to go for a run. I reached my step target today. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're back. It's us. We're
It's
back in
us.
your ear.
We're back in your ears.
And what were we talking about? We're talking.
Sharaputin Magomedov
Yeah, we're moving
versus Antonio Tricoli. Shara Bullet is his nickname. Not
another short
fan.
notice fight.
Yeah, because he
Tricoli
he
was supposed to fight. What's his name? Ikram.
He was, yeah. But who was Magomedov supposed to fight?
Go down, it'll tell you. Oh, gotta pick up the mouse off the floor, do we?
Pateria. That would have been a better fight. I'd like to see Magomedov against a pure, actually decent striker. I'd also like to see him against a pure, actually decent grappler. A lot of fucking.
He's still
cancelings.
building his record. Like
He is, but he didn't look impressive. He really didn't look like. Yes, he's got great striking. He really does. Like he actually looks really good on the feet. Not that impressive in the wrestling. He cheated. He grabbed the fence.
Yeah.
Not good. But like the guy he was fighting just didn't really have anything for him. He didn't. Tricoli didn't have anything for him, and he still managed to keep him up against the fence. He did manage to take him down, I think, once, and he should have got that takedown where he grabbed the fence. So that's not a good sign. Tricoli didn't look like he really wanted to be there. Well, no, he did, but he gassed hard. Sharaputin, I'm going to have to see more, mate. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Sharaputin. That's what I'm saying, all right? You hear me?
yeah, that's fair. Like I think we're gonna see this guy come up against another couple unranked people just because they do want to build him. Like,
Should we bring up the rankings?
yeah. Oh god, no. Like it wasn't long ago. People were like, "Izzy, look out!
Yeah,
Look
the
out,
pirate's
Izzy.
coming.
Izzy, look out! This weird ginger pirate dude
Yeah.
is coming."
It's because he looks weird. That's why they're trying to promote him.
Is that Thunder?
I think so. Could be. Give him Drickus.
Yeah, sure.
Now, there's Aliskerov at number 18. I mean, you could put him up against Aliskerov. They won't, because I think that's a bit too soon for Pateria. I mean, you got Paul Craig, Paul Craig. Give him you just knock him out,
What
wouldn't
about Roman Kopylov?
he? Roman Kopylov, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. There he is, 26. Yeah, Roman Kopylov could be good. Bo Nickel asked for him.
Oh, Jun Yong Park.
Yeah,
That's
Jun Yong Park.
That's another matchup that would be
That'd be a
that would
decent one.
work.
But
And
like,
he's well tested. Like he's fought some decent guys.
not a bad record, you know.
Yeah.
I did like Bo Nickel shouting it, calling him out though. People shat on Bo for doing so. Bo's one of those guys who's hated for kind of no reason. He does say some dumb shit, to be fair though.
He's a serious contender, like in my eyes. Bo
Yeah,
Nickel.
yeah. He needs to keep fighting. I want to see him fight soon. But no, I agree. I think he's a serious contender too. I think he's got all the skills to be really good. Honestly, I do. What was that confused look?
His record is 6-0, but it's showing us 7 fights on his resume.
Oh, one of them was probably
An amateur
a
fight.
submission match.
Oh, okay. Milk. Just got an ad for milk.
He's got a milk ad, guys.
Guys, we just got a milk ad.
Yeah.
Grappling.
I mean, there's these two. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was the Contender Series fight or something. Maybe that doesn't count on your record or something. Oh, no, it does.
It's a pro fight.
Don't know, mate. I'll have to say I don't know. But
I don't know.
Magomedov against, who did we say? Kopylov, Roman Kopylov. I think that's a good shout. I wouldn't mind seeing him up against Bo. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I would.
For those who are just listening, I'm nodding. Yeah.
Jackson nodded. Jackson's also bald for those guys who don't watch the show. They might
I was
not
trying
know.
to keep that under wraps, to be fair.
Just take a look at the Spotify video and you'll see.
Tricoli.
Might blind you. Tricoli, I mean, he stepped in last minute. Are you right there?
Yeah, but like,
Was it the blinding comment?
no, it's just like doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, he'll probably fight someone else who they're trying to build.
What are you talking about?
What doesn't, does it?
What doesn't
Sorry.
matter?
All right, let's find someone. For
Edmund
him to fight then.
Shabazian? I don't know where the fuck he is. Holy shit.
It's probably a long way down. Kelvin Gastelum.
Here he is.
Let's make that fight. Tricoli versus
Tricoli
Kelvin
versus
Gastelum.
Gastelum, you reckon? Usman. Oh, I suppose this is middleweight. Ah, it's middleweight. That's why these guys are coming up. Yeah. Let's move on. Johnny Walker getting absolutely... Johnny didn't do anything in this fight. This was embarrassing for Johnny. This was actually very embarrassing for Johnny Walker. It was like he let him KO him.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
And
Johnny Walker's... I heard MMA Guru say it. He's becoming consistently shit.
Yeah,
Like,
sad.
he was inconsistent. There was some exciting fights and he was getting some wins. He's now consistent. It's just not a good consistent.
Yeah. It's not the consistency we were hoping for. Look, there was a time where this guy was maybe 1 or 2 fights away from a title shot.
Yep.
Well, actually, no. When he fought Ankalaev, he was 1 fight away from a title shot,
If he beat Uncle, yeah.
and he lost. And now we see him come up against Oezdemir and get knocked out, get played at his own game. And I think Volkan said it very well after the fight. He's like, you've just got to, like, he comes out, he does 2 minutes at the start of each fight trying to be Johnny Walker. And then after that, he kind of sits back and just tries to kind of work something out, but
Doesn't.
no.
He never does. And like, Volkan did really well at stopping him from being Johnny Walker. Didn't get a chance to do the kicks, the knees, the clinch. His striking, his boxing is, I hate to say it, but his boxing is horrible. Like, he just lets people inside his guard who don't have as long a reach as him,
Yeah.
and they just dirty box him and knock him out. Like, there's a real blueprint down to beat Johnny Walker, and he is entertaining, so I hope they don't cut him. I hope they keep him around. He's a funny guy. He's a funny character.
They're not cutting him.
They're not going to cut the guy. I don't mind if he moves up to heavyweight. Like, he's huge.
You know, I was
The
literally
guy's
just going to say that,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
He puts on a bit of weight.
He's giant.
Yeah, he's the giant.
Giant.
And he would
He's
carry a
really
lot more
big.
speed than most guys at heavyweight.
Yeah, exactly. And he'd be more flash than they are. He'd have more fancy moves and this and that. But, like,
There's a lot of washed up heavyweights right now.
It
He could
doesn't have
just
to be a
jump
heavy
straight
one.
into the rankings.
yeah, he could go in there against a top 15 guy for sure. And I think he could do fucking well. Like, chuck him in there against a Rosenstrike. I mean,
DeLima?
maybe not a Rosenstrike. A DeLima. He's a big heavyweight. Whoa. Chuck him in there against fucking Nascimento. He'd get the job done.
Yeah.
Like Bob the Builder. I think that's pretty clear to see for Johnny Walker, that is. For Volkan Ozdemir, man, the guy's on his way up. He'll be ranked at number 7. Nikita Krylov doesn't have a fight booked. Alexander Rakic, I think that's the perfect fight, actually.
Yeah, that works.
Or Jamal Hill. He's going to be looking for a fight.
No, I think they're going to rebook Jamal Hill versus Olberg.
Really? Okay.
Well,
I think
Olberg's now
Hill
out
might
of-
be out for a while.
Yeah,
Olberg also might be.
What's he got wrong with him?
He's got AIDS.
You can medicate that pretty well nowadays.
I think
heard
so,
from
yeah.
a
You just
friend.
have to have a
It's
lot
not
of
my
money.
information, but I heard from someone else.
Right. Olberg
Injury.
in Justice.
Injured. NZ Herald. Shout out
Shout out.
to the Herald of New Zealand. Forced to withdraw
He was
after
back.
sustaining an undisclosed injury in the back end of his training
Roma
camp.
Delidze's stepping up to fight Smith.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, it's just it's what it is.
The injury would require extended time to heal. He's expected to be replaced on the card. Look, I think Olberg waits for this fight against Jamal Hill.
I think, yeah. So I think that's it's a good match. I just don't know about how long Hill's out for, you know? And is this another theme for Hill? I think he might, like, just get a bit fat and unhealthy and his body's just not ready for it. And then he jumps into fight camps and his body's just not in good shape. I think he's a bit of a Paddy Pimblett, but with injuries. You know, he gets fat, he gets gross. And
Do you know what? I would have like half expected him to take the fight anyway, being injured against
Just
Oldberg.
because.
Just because he's like that cocky about still being the light heavyweight champ and all that.
Yeah. Meniscus, ACL injuries. I think he's going to be. I'm just trying to find in this article whereabouts. It doesn't really say, but meniscus isn't. It's going to be at least 4 or 5 months. And yeah, I agree though. Rebook that one. Why not?
Well, and Oldberg's coming off a win not too long ago. I
He
mean,
is.
the only reason he was jumping into that fight was because Khalil Roundtree pulled out.
He popped.
And then we had Oldberg coming off a 12-second KO or something ridiculous like that. So obviously taking no damage, they could just chuck him straight in there. So I think that's the fight to make again.
I'd like to see it, man. I would.
But that's our breakdown of the main card.
Yeah. Just see if there was anything else to kind of talk about. I mean, let's just run over the rest. Hasparat, I thought that was a bit of a robbery. I thought Jared Gordon won that one.
He's had a couple of those now.
Wait. I heard my name. Yeah. Was that someone?
Sounded like The Wire.
Could it be? All right, I'll be back. We're back again, guys. Look, it's time to finish the show.
Is it?
It is.
Surely there's some news we can go over.
Not really. There's not really been much since I talked last. Like, yeah.
And
There
we've got
really
no
isn't that
card
much.
this weekend.
We do, don't we?
I don't think so. My friend.
When's 303? Is it the weekend
The
after?
weekend after, yeah. Oh, wait.
Nah, bro,
no, is
that's
that
this weekend.
It is too. So we'll be back this Thursday to break that down.
We'll be back on Thursday to break down what is a pretty big card.
Huge.
It's taken some hits, but it's pretty damn good.
Can I just say before we close out, I think it's ridiculous that Anthony Smith versus Delice is above Gary versus Page.
Well, it's because they stepped up and it was kind of supposed to be. I think they would, yeah. But you're right, though. It should be demoted. And if you go to the prelims,
yeah,
you got some pretty good fucking prelims here. Like, Pfeiffer could be the opener. Talbot versus Yanis could be the opener. You know what I mean? Like, why have we got fucking Bruno Silva and Macy Chison on the main card?
I think because Bruno Silva's just coming off a
Yeah, but fuck them.
title loss.
No one cares about this fight. Chuck Gary and stuff at where Smith and Dillidze is. Put this there and put Talbot and Thingy on the opener. That makes a way better main card. Look, guys, we're going to leave it there. My name has been Toby. I'm not Toby. Kombucha. Organic. Mango passion.
5.8.
I'll give it a... I'd probably give it a 6. Just
So 5.9.
Yeah, 5.9. It slots in just above the aloe vera one that we did.
And below the caramel box.
I don't even know what that is.
The caramel boss.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
have
Oh,
been
no,
the
it is
boss
2
guy.
S's. It
What?
goes in here.
Why would it be an X then?
It's 2 S's. Like small
it?
S's.
Oh,
What's it called again?
This is called Organic Kombucha Mango Passion. Or just put Remedy Mango Passion.
I put cum. Mango
Cool.
pash.
Come Mango Pash. If you guys want to come Mango Pash with us more often, like, comment, subscribe. Check out our shorter form content. We release a tier list video pretty much every Friday. And
Not for a while.
other
though.
than that, we will see you on Thursday.